Welcome back. On today's episode of discussing the phonemes of English language speech sound system, today we move on to look at the sound. It's pronounced as sh. Again, sh. This sound is commonly represented or identified as letter SH in our spelt words. However, that is not to say that it is only the letters SH that make this sound. There are other letters. Before we look at the other letters, let's quickly describe this sound. So the sh consonant speech sound is described as a voiceless post-alveolar fricative. Voiceless because, again, there's no vibration from the Adam's apple when pronounced. Post-alveolar because the tip of the tongue is elevated in such a way that the place it makes contact with when elevated is or are the sides of your palate and your teeth when pronouncing this sound. It's also a fricative because the air glides through a narrow opening from your mouth when pronouncing this sound. That makes it a post-alveolar, voiceless, fricative sound. So let's go on to look at the other letters that make this sound in our spelt words. When you see these letters in your spelt word, you're likely to pronounce them as sh, speech sound. Letter SH, like we initially mentioned. For example, shout, ashes, ambush. In addition, we have letter C. For example, magician, musician, ocean. Also, we have letter CH. Examples, chef, not chef. That word is not pronounced chef, it's chef. Champagne, machine. Then we have SS. Examples, omission, commission, and so on. Then we have letter S. Examples, mansion, occasion. Then we have letter T. Examples, nation, education, Egyptian. Lastly, we have letter X. Examples, anxious, bisexual, luxury, complexion, obnoxious, and so on. Now let's take our tongue twister to practice proper pronunciation of this sound. Take this from slow to fastest. Missionaries issued anxious social factions tissues. See you in the next episode.